Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday and it's time for Cooking with Gail. And we are making some soup today. It's been kind of a rainy, dreary day here at my house most of the day. It was a little sunny this morning, I think, but it turned into a kind of a dreary day. And so I think it's a perfect day for soup. And also, I know that many of you did the poll that I put here in my VIP group, and you said that you wanted to see some soups and stews. So that's the reason I have this picked out. Well, hi, Kim. You're here on time today. You missed it, the live one last week, but I did get you in. I was watching the replay, but I'm glad you're watching live. I got somebody else out there watching too. Not sure who that is. So if you're watching me, please say hello. I love it when I know who's out there watching. Then I know I'm talking to somebody. So anyway, but we are going to make some soup today. This soup I haven't made in a long time. It is a Pampered Chef recipe. It's available on my website, and I'll be sharing the link to that when we get through cooking today. But it's called Hearty Tuscan soup. I think I made it a long time ago at someone's party. I did an in-home party, and I think I'd made this soup for somebody. I can't remember who. But anyway, I was looking through soup recipes. I thought, this sounds kind of good for now, and I thought we would try it out. So anyway, it uses lots of different ingredients that are kind of fallish, and also we are going to cook it up in one of my favorite products, which is our Rock Crock Dutch oven. Now this makes 4 quarts. It makes a good amount of soup. It's great for chili or any of your soups and stews. It's also good for using in the microwave, or you can use this on the grill or in the oven. And we're going to use it on the stove top, and then we're going to finish it off by putting some bread on top and melting some cheese over the top of it under the broiler. So this is a very versatile pot to use for just about anything. And I love our Rock Crock collection. It does include a glass lid with it as well. So anyway, I'm just going to get this heating up. I'm going to go ahead and light the flame. And we're going to put about a tablespoon of olive oil in the Rock Crock to get things going. And this is made of a ceramic. It's not exactly stoneware. It's a little different because it can take higher heat than our stones, and it can also go on top of the stove or on the grill, which our stones do not do that. So anyway, but we've got the flame going. We're going to get that heating up. It's going to heat up really quick. And we're going to start our soup off with some mild Italian sausage because they're going to be heating up here pretty quickly. And then I'm going to take everybody's favorite tool, and that is our mix and chop. And we're going to use that to just kind of break our sausage apart. Oops, I got a little bit there on the side. And this will start browning up here in just a minute, as soon as that pot gets hot enough. All right, so that's got a good start on it. We'll just let that sit right there for a second till we can hear the sizzle. So I hope you guys have had a good day today. It's a Tuesday. Well, hi, Leslie Wright. Good to see you here, too. I'm hoping, those of you that tried to watch last week, I hope that my video is much clearer and better. I've tried to make some adjustments. We turned everything off of the internet except for my portal here that I use for my video. So hopefully you'll get a better quality video and be able to hear everything and see everything. You just never know with technology how it's going to work. So hopefully it's going to work okay today. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So anyway, because that will remove any of the rest of the kind of the, I guess there's sodium in there, and I'm not sure what all, but we just want them to be rinsed. We don't want all that gunk that goes in the can into our soup. So we can just rinse that, shake them out, and let it drain a little bit. Now the other can that I opened, we're doing something a little bit different with those. We're actually chopping those up, and they're going to be almost soft. Hi, Tina. I see Tina Bowling. This is a great tool to use for chopping or mixing anything. This is our manual food processor, and I'm actually going to continue. I started them a little bit a few minutes ago, but I have the other can of beans in here, and I'll show you what it's doing. It's just kind of mushing them up. We're going to keep doing that. And I need to get a little scraper. Let me get a scraper from over here so that we can kind of push those down on the side, because we want to get them kind of smooth. This is going to help thicken up our soup Plus it's going to be adding that extra protein that's in the beans to make our soup nice and thick and smooth. If you've just joined me, we are making a Hearty sausage, and we are using our rock crop. That's one of my favorite pots to make soup or chili. And of course, I mentioned earlier, this is everybody's favorite tool, our mix and chop. It's great for using with ground beef or sausage. It also does a great job if you're making guacamole. If you like to leave it a little bit chunky and a little bit smooth. Alright, that's looking good. It's going to brown for a little bit longer. And while it's browning, we have some other ingredients over here that we're going to get ready. And we have got, I have got an onion that I just sort of peeled and chunked it up there. And I've also got one sweet potato, and I peeled it and also cut it up in kind of smaller chunks. And we're just going to use our old food chopper. This is one of an old-time favorite. It's been around for many, many years with Pampered Chef. And I'm just going to start chopping this. It doesn't have to be real fine. We just want it to be kind of bite-sized. You might like your onions to be chopped up finer if you have someone in your household that doesn't like to eat onions. Then they won't see them, and they'll just notice the flavors. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to see if we can do the same thing with our sweet potatoes. And we're just going to leave them kind of chunky. Sweet potatoes are a little bit harder, but this chopper does. It's too small, but we do want all the pieces to cook. And if you've not used this, let me show you how easy this is to clean up. This just comes apart. This comes apart, and this part opens up, and it all goes in the dishwasher. So it's super easy for cleanup. You know me, cleanup is the worst part of cooking, in my opinion. And I don't like to do lots of cleanup. So, all right, the sausage is looking pretty good. It's got a little bit of pink left. And then we're going to start adding some other things into the pot. Let's see what we need to add in with our sausage. I believe it's about ready. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add in our onions and our sweet potatoes so they can do a little bit of cooking. Love these cutting mats. They just make it so handy when you've chopped a lot of things and you can just take it all to the stove with you. Alright, let's see what kind of spoon we want to use. Bit of garlic inside. The peeling stays in the bottom, and then I'll just take that later to the trash and pull it out with my little knife. So we're going to go ahead and add our garlic in here too. So that's 4 cloves of garlic. This is going to be so good. I'm excited about making this. If anybody out there has made this recipe before, it's called Hearty Tuscan soup, and it is a Pampered Chef recipe. Let me know, because I want to know how it turned out for you. Okay, let's look at our recipe here. So we're just going to let that cook for just about 3 or 4 more minutes, just until the onion gets soft. I have lots of events and different things coming up soon. If you are local to me and you are in the Wares Valley area on the 15th, 16th and 17th, I believe that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be at the Wares Valley Festival up in Wares Valley outside of Sevierville. So feel free to come by and see me and say hello. That's always a fun event. Lots of crafters and vendors there. Lots of food, entertainment. It's just a great time. And hopefully the weather will be nice. All right, our onions are starting to get soft, so I believe it's time to put the rest of the ingredients in. So let's see here. We're going to add our chicken broth and all the beans. So let's go ahead and get these. These were the beans. Now, if you join me late, you might think, what is that? This is a can of pinto beans that I put in the manual food processor after rinsing and draining it, and just a box of chicken broth. This would be 4 cups of chicken broth. And that will be our liquid for our soup. And this recipe, like I said, this rock crock, this is our Dutch oven. It makes 4 quarts. It says this makes 8 servings, so I think it's going to be 8 pretty substantial servings, honestly. All right, so we're just going to give this a stir around, get those beans and everything stirred and mixed up good. Now, if you aren't a sweet potato fan, you could always use a regular potato in this. I'm looking at it thinking, I wish I had another can of those tomatoes in there. I may want to add another can of tomatoes later. All right, so let's see what else we're supposed to put in at this point. We got to put our seasoning mix, and we're also going to add. And this, of course, has rosemary in it. Let's see what else it has in there. It just says spices. It does say lemon peel, dehydrated garlic. And I'm not sure what other spices are in here other than the rosemary. But I know that it is very flavorful. We put it on chicken a lot. All right, let's get this stirred up. And then I'm going to add the lid to it and let it simmer for about 10 minutes or so, just to get everything, all those flavors together, and also to get the vegetables tender. Okay, so let's see. Let's make sure we have everything added in. I am going to go ahead and turn my broiler on. Let's adjust this up. Alright, so I'm going to turn our broiler on because I have some fresh bread over here. Let me bring it over where you guys can see. I bought my bread at Kroger today. I guess this, and then cover it with some cheese under the broiler, and I think that's going to be really delicious with our soup. All right, that should be enough for us. Now we do have one more ingredient to add to the soup. Once the veggies and everything gets a little bit tender in there, we're going to add 5 ounces of baby spinach leaves, and that will be the last ingredient that will actually go in the soup. Now, if you don't have fresh bread, you can use croutons to top it. You could also use Melba toast, anything like that. I think the recipe actually calls for Melba toast. I couldn't find that at the grocery store, so I just thought, well, we'll just use some bread. So we're going to add those little pieces in a few minutes when it gets ready. Let's see if that's boiling. Oh, it's almost. Turn that on up a little bit. I'm really anxious to try this recipe. I think it's going to be so delicious. That's hot. Is Doris Christopher. She is still with us. She is still very actively involved with the company. And she did the very first cooking show on October the 15th in 1980. So 41 years ago. We've been around for a while, and we aren't going anywhere. We're going to be here for quite some time in the future, because you know what? There's always a need for someone to help you with your cooking. Everybody has to cook at some point. You know, that's what people used to ask me, why did you start Pampered Chef, Gail? And I said, well, because, you know, everybody likes to eat or has to eat, and somebody has to cook. You can't always eat out at a restaurant, and most of us get tired of eating out at a restaurant all the time. So it's always nice to have a home cooked meal, and someone has that responsibility. But Doris started the company 41 years ago, coming up on October the 15th, and she started it with a stone because she went to her friend's house and made a frozen pizza, and she added some things to make it be a lot more tasty, a lot better, and she used a special stone. And I had the honor of actually seeing that particular stone. It's like kind of in a museum at home office headquarters, and they have her very first stone there that she used to do the first party. So I thought that was pretty cool to be able to see that. But anyway, our stones are still very popular, and actually this month, if you host a party in October, you get a good deal on some stoneware. So let me know if you're interested in adding to your stoneware collection. Now, also, maybe, just maybe, there might be somebody out there that's thinking, you know, I really am curious about what Gail does. And why did she start Pampered Chef? Well, just let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was a school teacher. I've been retired now since 2012. And at the time when I started my business back in 2006, I do believe, I've been with the company for 15 years, I was needing some extra income. And I was a single mom at the time. I had two children, two young boys that were eating a lot, and I needed extra cash coming in. And so I was looking for just a little side gig, something I could do in addition to teaching. I didn't intend to do this very long. It was just a temporary thing to make ends meet. And now here I am 15 years later. It's so much more to me than just a little side gig now. It's actually supplements my retirement. And you know what? I don't know if anybody out there is looking for something fun to do, or maybe a side gig to earn some extra cash as well. I would love to tell you more about that. So just reach out to me anytime on Facebook, or you can call me or text me. I would love to talk to you about that, because it's been such a blessing in my life. I just can't imagine where I would be right now without Pampered Chef. And it all started with Doris's stone. And what I do want to let you know too, we have a very special consultant kit that you can order this month only, that costs $41 in honor of our 41st anniversary, and it does have a stone. It all starts with a stone. And so it has a few other products as well, but it can get you started with a nice little side gig business like I started 15 years ago. And I would love to, it would be my honor to help you get started with that. So let me know if that's something that you have questions about, and there's no obligation. It's not a hard thing to do. And if you decide it's not for you, it's no big deal to stop. So just let me know if I can answer any questions for you, because I would love to have you on my team. All right, let's see how this soup is going. Oh yes, it is starting to boil. That's what we want. Get those veggies nice and tender. Okay, we're going to let it go just a couple more minutes, and then we're going to add in the baby spinach leaves. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, and let's get our spinach over here. And this happens to be a 5-ounce container of spinach. So when you buy fresh spinach at the grocery store, you can usually buy it in just the right amount, because most of the time it doesn't call for more than 5 in most recipes that I have done. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And we're going to take the lid off and put our spinach in. It's still boiling. Quite big. Let me give it another little stir too. We don't want it to stick. Got the heat turned off, and the broiler is ready. We'll just give that a couple of minutes for that spinach to wilt down. And does anybody have any questions for me? You can put your questions down there. I'd love to answer anything that you might be wondering about, either this recipe or a product, or maybe you might be wondering about what do you need to do if you want to host a party. What are the rewards for hosting a party? I know some of you have hosted for me before, but the rewards are very great. And especially this month because we do have our stoneware as our 60% off specials. And then, of course, there's always free product. And the best thing about it is, too, it's a great time that you can get together with your friends. If you're local to me, I'd love to come and do a cooking party for you, or we can do an online party. We have our brand new platform called Table that is going really, really well, and I'm enjoying it, and I think my customers and my hosts are enjoying it too. It's very easy, and so think about that if you want to get some friends together on Table. It's separate from social media, so your friends do not have to be part of Facebook or any of that. They can just join with their email and their telephone number, and it's super fun. And I post some new content every day. You get to see recipes, lots of recipes, videos, different things, and then everybody orders. And if you are the host, you get some rewards for getting your friends together on Table. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh yes, spinach has wilted. Oh, I wish you guys could see this up close. I may have to bring it over there with my pot holders, because I do want you to see this. It's so colorful too. It's with those, you can see the sweet potatoes in there and the tomatoes. Let's see if I can bring this over closer to the camera without dropping it. What do you think? Can you guys see it? Whatever. I think the Italian kind of goes along. Go in under the broiler for just a couple minutes to brown that cheese and get the bread nice and crisp. So let's see if we can get this in here. All right, that broiler is getting hot, and I'm going to stand here and watch it for just a second, because you know what? If I walk away and start talking to you guys, it will burn. That happens to me all the time. I start multitasking. So we're just going to watch this and see. Let's turn the light on so we can see how brown it's getting. And let's go ahead and do a little cleanup here. I really am curious as to what you are having for dinner tonight. I don't think anybody has put that in the chat yet. So go ahead and tell me. Are you having soup? Or what are you having? Are you having takeout tonight? Turn this off because it is rather warm. And here is the finished product. Let's see if I can bring it over closer to you guys. I can't really turn it up because it is soup, but maybe you can see that. I will post a picture beneath our video so that you can check this out. Let's go ahead and dip some up. Kind of go in here to the side and get some soup and some bread. Oh, it's nice and cheesy. And there is our dinner. I've got cheese strings hanging down. Here is our dinner for tonight. Hearty Tuscan soup. Oh, you had soup for lunch, Leslie? Well, good. Good for you. I love soup anytime. That's why I get so excited when the weather gets cooler, because I always think in the summertime it's too hot to eat soup.